The video that you're about to see is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this video is alleged. Hey everybody, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. This is Divinity Dion Divine, and I'm glad you all are back. I know it's been a while since I put some content out. It's just I had a lot of readings to do, so I had a lot of, catching up to do and, things of that sort, plus my everyday life. But I'm back, and we got some questions to ask, guys. There's a lot that's been going on this week and last week. I missed the BET Awards. Sorry, guys, I forgot to do a reading on that. But you all seen it. It was good. It was phenomenal. They did their thing this year, for sure. They did their thing. But hey, guys, welcome to the gossip. This is where we talk about all the things of the world and the celebrities, and then later on we get into the metaphysical and we talk about things using the tarot cards. So if you're new to my channel, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell for all notifications so you can get all my latest videos and my content. If you want a reading from me, go to dion22ism@gmail.com. That way I can give you a reading. I am your psychic tarot reader. I'm also an energy channeler, so I can channel energy. So get at me, guys, whenever you're available. So guys, today we're going to get into some topics. So anyways, guys, let's do a checkup in how's everybody doing. I hope everybody is doing fine and well. I want to start off with giving my prayers and hopes to the people of Houston, Texas. I know they recently just had a hurricane, which is one of my predictions. And I just want to say my heart goes out to those people. I don't know if they still have the power. If y'all know anybody, if they need food, water, guys, just give them a helping hand. Please help show your compassion to these people, because they didn't know, they wasn't warned. I have an issue with that whole thing in Houston. My question is, where the hell was Greg Abbott at? Where was he at? Do anybody know? Because last time I checked, he was in what? He was in Japan.
Biden said state leaders were to blame for the delay in federal disaster relief in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. Governor Abbott lashed back. President Biden said he was unable to reach the governor or lieutenant governor. Governor Abbott's been in Asia for a planned business trip and responded to Fox's Rudy Koski.
Governor will be back in Texas by the weekend. I'm Rudy Koski, Fox.
What's up, family? Yeah, what's done in the dark will come to light. Family, let me give you an update on the power outages in Houston and surrounding areas. There are linemen who have come from as far as LA who are saying they are in position, boots on the ground, ready to work. But they can't. Their hands are tied because Centerpoint won't give them the go. They won't green light it. Why would Centerpoint do something like that? Centerpoint is the company that's tasked with delivering electricity to Houston and surrounding areas. And when there's a power outage, they're responsible for restoration. So why are they sitting on their hands? That is because Centerpoint is trying to get more money out of Houston. They're trying to get more money out of the residents. So they're using a crisis situation to shake the people of Houston down so they can get more money. See, back in January, the Houston City Council struck down a 57% increase in the rate for delivery of electricity from Centerpoint. And they didn't like that. So subsequently, they agreed on a lesser increase. But the caveat was they get to raise the rates annually. So since they're not getting what they want, they're holding the people of Houston hostage. And I knew it was something up, fam, because typically when there's a power outage in Houston, like in my neighborhood, those lights come on like that. They're back in a few hours. Worst case scenario, 24 hours. Even in most of Houston, those lights come back right back on. Those lights are up, 48 hours up. Boom. Most of Houston is still without power because these uncivilized mutts are putting profit over people. They got to go. They asses, we don't need them here. They got to go. When we need them most, they abandon the people. We got people in Houston spending money on hotels that they ain't even got. People sleeping at strangers' houses, getting out of town, trying to have some type of quality of life as they weather this storm that's been over for 4 days. A city the size of Houston should not be experiencing something like this. With the type of resources that are here, the money that we got here, we got to go through this? Nah, their asses got to go. Centerpoint, I can't stand you dirty, low-down mother. Get y'all ass out of here.
What the hell are you doing at Japan? But anyways, I'm over myself. My prayers go out to the people in Houston. I have family members too that are out there who I have not yet spoken to. I just, wish them the best. Those of you who I did warn, I know who some of you guys are. Thank you for listening to Spirit. Because when Spirit tells you something, listen, people. Some of y'all be thinking I'm talking on my ass. But when I tell you Spirit is not a joke, Spirit is not a joke. Please listen, people. Oh my God, guys. Y'all know what I've been through. I've been calling everybody who I knew in Houston, letting them know, hey, this hurricane is coming. And, some people don't believe. But at the end of the day, that's out of my hand. That's out of my control. Those who listen, those who don't. Kind of remind me of Noah's Ark. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, shout out to Houston. Let's get into some of the gossip that's been going on because I wrote my notes. So during the week, I wanted to say my condolence to 2 celebrities that passed away who my childhood, and I know who these people are. And it's just very sad, Shirley Duvall. Those of you who don't know, Shirley Duvall, she done passed away recently, I think 2 days ago. She died at 75 from diabetes. She was in hit movies like Popeyes with Robin Williams. She was also in one of the most classic cult horror films, The Shining, which is also written by Steven Spielberg. Stephen King, my bad. Best horror movie in the world. Nobody can top this movie. They did make a sequel later on and it was good. I loved it. But she nailed that role. I couldn't see nobody do it better. She played the iconic role,
Tonight here, remembering actress Shelley Duvall.
Oh, come on, hon. Don't be so grouchy.
Actress Shelley Duvall starred in some of the most defining films of the 1970s and early 80s. Acting opposite Jack Nicholson in The Shining, 1980.
Here's Johnny.
The movie, directed by Stanley Kubrick, famously exacting he would push his actors behind the scenes in hopes of the perfect take.
Well, that's not bad. Do that. Try that, Jack.
Wendy, listen to me.
They would dissect every scene. It took Nicholson and Duvall 13 months to film, 12-hour days.
This is where he lays down, though. That's the only thing I was thinking of. When he flops back on the bed.
Honestly, don't think the lines are going to make an awful lot of difference if you get the right attitude.
Don't hurt me.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Wendy.
Stay away.
Darling.
They would shoot this staircase scene a reported 127 times.
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
She would later say that intensity is what made the movie a success.
If it hadn't been for that, volley of ideas and sometimes butting of heads together, it wouldn't have come out as good as it did.
Shelley Duvall grew up in Fort Worth, Texas, and never intended to become an actress. She was discovered by chance by director Robert Altman in town preparing to film a movie.
They said, how would you like to be in a movie? Quote, how would you like to be in a movie? I couldn't believe it. I said, I'm not an actress. And they said, yes, you are. And I said, no, I'm not.
Casting her in Brewster McCloud in 1970.
Boy, was he a genius. He was beautiful, too. He had hair out to here.
She would then star in the next 5 movies Robert Altman would make, Thieves Like Us.
Who's your fella?
Why do you ask that?
I don't know. I was just asking.
Opposite Robin Williams in Popeye.
Because I was worried about you? It's as plain as the nose on your face.
Tonight, her family saying she passed away in her sleep at her home in Texas. Complications from diabetes.
I love irises. I love flowers. And candlelight. They're so romantic. It's a surefire way to win a man in one night.
She would say over the years the best piece of acting and life advice she ever got was from her director and friend Robert Altman, who said, always remember, don't take yourself seriously.
Most of all, I would like to thank my director and longtime friend, Robert Altman, because without him, I would not be an actress.
An extraordinary range in all of her roles, and who could forget The Shining?
Yeah, so my condolence goes out to Shirley Duvall. Rest in peace, rest in power. She had a good run in Hollywood. I just hated how she, her life ended. It's crazy. Also, rest in peace to Richard Simmons, who died at 76. Y'all, before there was a Tabo, it was a Richard Simmons. I remember growing up watching Richard Simmons, working out to his videos. A lot of people didn't know if he was gay or not, but, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, everybody's God's children. But it's just funny how he was very cultural. Those of you, if you want to see him, he's also in The Nutty Professor. If you watch The Nutty Professor, I think he's in the first one. But yeah, so my rest in peace, Richard Simmons. Man, we get old, y'all. We are getting old. You look at the times.
Beloved by millions as the self-described court jester of American fitness, Richard Simmons entertained millions and improved people's health by bringing exercise a buzz of pure delight. Richard Simmons was America's most popular and irrepressible fitness advocate, an energizer bunny of ceaseless encouragement.
Let's sweat!
From his high-energy videos, like Sweatin' to the Oldies, and his mile-a-minute infomercials, to the wild effervescence of his many talk show appearances. Simmons built a business empire and became a buzzed-about celebrity by bringing passion and pizzazz to the weary weight loss workout. His brother Lenny recalling Richard Simmons' caring nature.
He made people laugh. He made people feel good about themselves. He made exercise fun, even for me. And that's what my brother, we called him Dickie, did for people.
It's time to boogie!
Richard Simmons' concern for the health of his public was very real, born of his 250-pound teenage years in New Orleans.
What was the craziest thing you ever did to try to lose some weight?
I did many things. Diet pills in elementary school. Throwing up 4 or 5 times a day.
Why didn't you like yourself when you were young?
I was so different, it seemed, from everybody else.
His advocacy on behalf of kids' self-esteem, even leading him to testify before Congress years ago.
I do not want any child in America to have my childhood because it was taken away from me because I just wasn't good enough.
I wanted to make sure that they knew the other side of Richard Simmons. And I put a suit on and I went to Washington. And people told me I looked good. And that I sounded good and I made sense. And that's going to be my legacy for the rest of my life.
Richard Simmons died at his home in Los Angeles on Saturday, the day after he turned 76.
Yeah, we are definitely getting old. Now, the movies to check out, y'all. I was, during the week, even though I was doing readings for a lot of you, I was also watching movies. Yeah, I was taking me a break, y'all. Because, I got a life too. I got to, I need to see what's popping, what's going on. So the 2 movies I watched 2 of them with the kids. It was a Disney Channel movie called The Descendant, The Rise of the Red, which featuring Brandy. Y'all, Brandy did a phenomenal job in this movie. So y'all go check it out. It's on Disney Plus. It's a very, very good movie. I kind of was blown away. Has a lot of other A-lister actors in there too as well. Another movie I want to check out is the one with Megan Good, the one Tyler Perry wrote and directed, called Divorce in the Black. Y'all, this is a good movie. I know I've been seeing some negative feedback when it came to this movie guys, the movie's good. I don't know what people be complaining for. Tyler Perry has gotten better over time. Compared to his first movies, his movies are getting better. They're getting a little more intense. The graphics are better. The lighting is better. His camera angles. He's dope. He's doing his goddamn thing. I just wish people stop giving him. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, because it started with that whole Christian Keys situation. That's why people is coming for Tyler Perry. You know. But the thing is, Christian Keys ain't never said shit. He ain't never came out. He never said nothing. But remember, guys, we did do a reading on it, and Spirit said it was Tyler Perry. But I'm over that. But yeah, I mean, the movie was good. I don't know what people was complaining about. I actually enjoyed the movie. Those of y'all who have Amazon Prime, please check out Divorce in the Black. It's good. Megan Good did her thing in this movie. Moving on from that, so the most talked about topic of today, and we're just gonna go into the reading, guys, because I know y'all don't want to be talking about all this other stuff. But the most talked about topic, which happened yesterday, was the assassinating of Trump. Now, I got questions. This is crazy, y'all. I was at work when this was going on. Next thing you know, my inbox blew up. I looked at my inbox. Everybody was sending me all this Trump stuff. I was like, Trump? What's going on with Trump? Come to find out, y'all, somebody tried to assassinate Trump. I was like, oh shit. Now, I don't wish death on nobody. Don't get it twisted, people. I do not wish death on nobody. Did Trump have it coming? Y'all know. You know. I don't gotta say nothing. You already know. But my thing is, it really did start on me. I'm not gonna lie. You guys recently saw me put up a video about the Civil War, and I told y'all there's gonna be a Civil War. And the prediction is coming true. I'm telling you, Spirit don't lie. So the question is, what's this stage? What's this really stage? Because I saw the clips, right? They showed Trump standing out. I don't know if I can show them on YouTube. I don't want to get banned, shadow banned. Hell, they already blocking some of my videos that I put out. But I watched the scene. Those of y'all, I'll put in the link down in the description box below so you can watch it from there. But as I was watching it, there's pictures where you see Trump, you know, bleeding from the ear. All of a sudden, you see him raising up the fist. That's when I was like, really? Really? You really think I'm supposed to believe that bullshit? I don't know. The question is, what's this stage? Y'all, you know we go read on this. They said that 2 people died, the shooter, even including the shooter, and they basically said that they said the shooter was wearing a military outfit. They say he was wearing a military outfit. So I'm thinking, did you not pay the military their money, Trump, or something? Because, you know, why would they want to do that to you? I don't know. But we're gonna find out, because I think this is sketchy. I really think this is sketchy.
Thank you all for watching part 1 of the gossip. To click on the next video, click on part 2 to watch the conclusion on will Trump step down? Was this stage? And remember, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.